Greetings. My name is Moshe Daniel Block. I'm a naturopathic doctor. I graduated in 2000 from CCNM. I have the privilege of working with some of the students that have recently graduated from various naturopathic medicine programs. And I'm astounded to see how traumatized they are, how deeply wounded their confidence in themselves is, and how, frankly, they're sick and tired from the program. And the problem extends deeper than that as well. They don't have any confidence to practice naturopathic medicine. So what's happening here? What is going on in our programs that they are traumatizing our students, not helping them to learn to connect with the true self, the deep part of themselves that has that inner knowing of nature, but rather divorces them from that inner knowing, from their confidence and from their self-esteem to feel that they're capable of helping people. And not just feel like they're capable of helping people, not just feel, but also have the knowledge of how to do that. The naturopathic medicine is having a prolonged identity crisis where it seems like the programs have been taken over, not entirely, but at least enough that this sort of trauma and abuse by the directors, the supervisors, and the instructors in the naturopathic programs is going unchecked. Nobody is putting this in its place. Nobody is disciplining the teachers that are abusive towards students. You know, it's one thing for a teacher to be tough and to set strong boundaries. That I respect and admire. It's another thing to be controlling and belittling and overpowering of a student so that they feel afraid to even show themselves. And this is across the board. I can't say every one of the schools is the same on this. Some are a little better. But it's quite across the board, across most of the naturopathic medicine programs. So what happens is that the students and new naturopathic doctors are graduating heavily in debt, lacking confidence in themselves, exhausted, some sick, many traumatized. And what are they doing? They're having to survive. They have to start paying off that debt. And so the answer to that very often is to not practice, find another way to make money to pay off their debt. So that's in some cases, perhaps many cases, where naturopathic doctors recently graduated are not even practicing. And then there are those who do practice and they have to make money. The motivation is to get out of debt. This is a very unfortunate part of our system, which the colleges themselves are not necessarily to blame for, except for their increasingly excessive fees to study naturopathic medicine. So those who are practicing are not, they don't have the confidence to practice true naturopathic medicine. That is the medicine that works with the gentleness of nature, which can be powerful too, but it's a softer, more subtle, and less hit you over the head and suppress symptoms and address symptoms. The identity crisis has really caused a horrible rift in naturopathic medicine's ability to help people. Yeah, in the public at large and by practitioners. The program that I'm offering, it helps a student and a naturopathic doctor reclaim their sense of their true self by going through the issues, the wounds, the traumas, by looking at them face on, by delving into the mental, emotional aspect of ourselves. We can reclaim the healing power of nature in us and learn how to harness that, learn how to use it so that we can really help people in the beautiful tradition of our profession, which has always been there to catch people when they fall out of the net, which is a very holy and very not very good catching net of conventional medicine. And before conventional medicine was a force to reckon with on this planet, the naturopathic doctors, the healers, the nature cure doctors were always there helping people with the healing power of nature, the real healing power of nature. In my program, Holistic Counseling, I help you learn how to harness that and how to work through the mental, emotional aspects. These aspects in ourselves are quantum levels deeper and more powerful at working with and harnessing the healing power of nature to help people at profound levels, which they truly need, especially in this day and age where there's such a huge stress and disconnect on the planet between our true selves and what we are being ushered towards. I'll leave it at that. If you probably have some sense of what I'm talking about. And if not, well, you can look into that further. Or you can always ask me, get in touch and ask me. I'd be happy to point you in the direction of some things that you could take a look at to ponder about these powers that are steering us in a direction away from our true selves, away from true love, away from true healing, and into division and fear. Fear is a very pervasive energy in the naturopathic medicine profession, and nobody should be practicing medicine from a place of fear. Fear dissolves the healing power of nature, and fear is one of, if not one of the biggest causes of illness. So how can we help people if we're coming from the very energy that is underlying people's problems? So we just can't. I invite you to take a look at my website, holistic-counseling.ca. Feel free to drop me any questions and leave a comment under this video if you are on one of those platforms, which you're capable of. I salute you for the struggles that you've had to go through in your program. It's not the end of the world. There is light at the end of the tunnel that you had to go through. So thank you very much for listening.